Here's a question that used to be philosophical, but now has real legal consequences. When a machine denies your business a loan, who answers for it? Not a human underwriter sitting across a desk. Not a loan officer you can call. A model. A set of mathematical weights shaped by data you've never seen. And if that decision is wrong, if it's unfair or discriminatory, the bank needs to be able to explain exactly why. Every weight, every variable, every data point. Welcome to the new world of AI in finance. I'm your host, and today we're getting into what it takes to deploy AI in 2026, responsibly. For a decade, banks treated AI as a very expensive calculator. The whole game was efficiency, speed, and precision. Nobody asked how it actually worked. Then generative AI arrived. Neural networks so complex that even their creators struggled to fully explain their outputs. Comfortable ignorance was no longer an option. Regulators began drafting legislation. The message was clear. If your AI affects a customer's financial life, you need to be able to explain it. Let me give you a concrete example where the stakes get very real. Commercial lending. What used to take days now takes seconds. Everyone's happy until the model starts quietly discriminating. Not because it was programmed to, but because buried in the training data were proxy variables, patterns nobody realized it was learning. A regulator comes knocking. They want to know why a minority-owned business was denied funding. The bank has to trace that back to the exact weights. Exactly. If they can't, fines, reputational damage, loss of license. Ethics infrastructure isn't just right, it's how modern banks buy speed to market. Build the ethical guardrails in from the beginning, and you can release new products without constantly looking over your shoulder. So how do you build these? It starts with data. Most legacy institutions are sitting on an absolute mess of it. Transaction histories spread across disjointed systems. What's needed is unbroken information provenance. Every single byte of training data needs to be cryptographically signed and version controlled. A clear chain of custody. Then there's concept drift. A model trained on interest rates from 3 years ago will fail today. Predictive accuracy without real-time observability is a time bomb. When outputs start drifting outside approved parameters, the system needs to automatically pause. Not flag for review later, pause. Now, a layer most people ignore. Security. Not network security, model security. Adversarial attacks against AI systems are real and they're happening. Take data poisoning. An actor subtly manipulates data feeds to teach the algorithm to look the other way on specific illicit transfers. By the time you notice, it's done. Prompt injection, model inversion, where someone reverse engineers confidential data just by asking the right questions. They never hacked the system, they just queried it. The response has to be zero trust architectures embedded in the machine learning pipeline. Only authenticated scientists on locked down devices can touch the weights. None of this works if your culture is still structured in silos. Engineers and legal teams might as well have been different species for decades. That has to end. The institutions getting this right are creating cross-functional ethics boards, genuine parts of the product development process, not a PR exercise, but a foundation. Here's the reframe. Compliance isn't red tape. It's a design requirement. When you internalize that, you build institutions that move fast, sustainably. One more thing, the vendor question. It's tempting to tie your entire architecture to one provider, but there's a trap. What happens when laws change and you have to move? The hard line has to be open standards and absolute portability. The bank needs to own its compliance posture, regardless of whose servers the algorithm runs on. Full stop. Institutions treating compliance as a burden will struggle, but those who build it into their culture are building something powerful. Good governance isn't a handbrake, it's an accelerant. The algorithm must answer. The question is whether you've built the infrastructure to hear its reply and trust what it says. I'm your host. Thanks for listening. If this sparked something, share it with someone building in the fintech space, and I'll see you next time.